Snow, where the hell are you?
I'm in the beautiful state of Georgia.
Georgia?
Georgia.
All right, Snow on the on her
Georgia on my mind.
on her southeastern United States tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm knocking some states off my 50-state tour.
While you still can.
Yeah, well, also because I figured that, like, I only have, 2 years till I can retire, and I'm like, when I retire, I think I might need, not a forever break, but I'm going to need a little bit of a break from the United States. Just like a cooling off period, just like a Ross and Rachel kind of breakup.
Well, maybe you could go to our 51st state.
Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the list too. I've actually been to Canada, but I don't really feel like it completely counted because it was on my Alaskan cruise, and the Canada stop really sucks. Like they drop you off there you get off the boat at 10 at night. It's still light outside because it's summer, but that's not the part that was annoying. It was the tour that we chose to take was super annoying, and then we didn't have much time to go really check out Canada, so I'm gonna have to come back to Canada. I feel like I maybe put my toe in Canada, and then that was it, to check out the water temperature. That's about it. That's how I feel so far, what I've done with Canada. So I definitely have to go back.
Yeah, so it's going to be hard to follow up last week when we talked to Elon and the First Laddie. The First
We're never going to be able to top that. We're never going to be able to top that one. We had both presidents on in one episode.
But it is St. Patrick's Day.
It is?
It is St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. All right, so fucking shout out to Ken Casey of the Dropkick Murphys.
Always a shout out to Ken Casey, in my opinion.
Yeah, because he's been pushing back on the Trump stuff at the concerts lately.
Yeah, I love Ken Casey.
Yep. I wonder how he would feel about the Teamsters boss there during all this shit.
That's the number one question that if I ever got to meet Ken Casey, I'd be like, what do you think about what Sean O'Brien did? Just curious. And his picture with Mark Wayne Mullen after their whole spat thing, and then they're all smiling and in a picture together. I just want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. What do you think about that?
But hey, dude, we're not in Boston, but we're in there with Spirits, Dropkick Murphys tonight. Doing their hometown show tonight. I'm gonna watch it streaming in just a few minutes here. I
have been there though. I've been there. I completed that little ditty on my bucket list a few years ago. And took my mom.
Well, that's because I couldn't go.
Right?
Hey, I got my Sam Adams ready, though, for when I turn that on after we wrap this up. All right, so what did you see in Georgia?
So I flew into hot Atlanta.
Okay, let's get into that, though, because there were tornadoes going on throughout the Southeast when you were flying in.
I didn't have any experience with the tornadoes. It was really windy and really rainy. My flight got in late because we had to go around the tornado, but we didn't, and it was really, really super turbulent. We had people clapping at the end of the flight. There was a bunch of clappers when the plane landed. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to be a smartass because maybe they're also clapping because, all the other bad shit that's been happening with planes.
Given the circumstance, I think we should all be thankful when we get to our destinations when you're flying.
Right. But I mean, the whole plane, like, the clappers always cracked me up. That's been going on for years.
Yeah. I did one where I was flying into Charlotte, and it was windy. And because I could see, and we hit the runway, and a wind gust caught the plane because I could see like one wing dip up, and it really felt like the other wing like almost touched the runway, and it kind of like skipped and came down again like really hard. And then the pilot comes on and goes, "Thank you for flying such and such airlines, where you get 2 landings for the price of 1." And I'm like, all right.
He's got jokes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I
on Southwest, because they usually pride themselves on their flying jokes.
I don't think it was Southwest. I do remember looking out the window, and I was on the wing that almost touched, the runway, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" And that brief moment of panic, like, "Oh fuck!"
And you're like, "I might die this way. This might be how I die in a plane crash."
If we could be only so lucky these days, huh?
To die in a plane crash.
Yeah, just get this over with. God.
Who knows what's in store for us if we just...
Well, obviously, fucking given what we've been saying over the podcast over the last, few years, we're definitely going to be detained.
Well, I have made the comment, I'm like, God damn it, my parents are lucky in their age group.
It'll be over soon.
Like, they've only... Well, I mean, because, human life expectancy, it's like, yeah, they don't have to endure this for much longer if this is, our last American president forever.
Do you think Snow and MJ, they sent us to Gitmo or Venezuela?
I'm kind of hoping for... If I have to pick between the two, can I take Venezuela just because, like, there's beaches there? I don't know about, like, what's the...
I don't think the prisons are that decent there, though.
Yeah, but in Gitmo, you'd definitely just be in the prison there, right?
But if we escape, we're in Cuba. Oh,
okay.
Well,
Cuba's got nice beaches.
All right, so what did you see in Atlanta yesterday?
I went to the aquarium.
Nice.
So it's the largest aquarium in the United States.
I've always wanted to go there.
And then I went to the College Football Hall of Fame. Went to the World of Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola is from Atlanta.
Did they have Did they have the?
I was super pissed. Because get this, like, they have a civil rights museum in Atlanta, right? I couldn't go to that because it's under renovation, so it's closed temporarily. And I was going to compare it to the one in Memphis to see how it stands up to my favorite of all time museum, Do
you think closed under renovation, do you think that means they're actually renovating it, or do you think the funding got cut?
No, they are actually renovating it, because it's, so when you go to Atlanta, like, all those museums are right by each other. Like, the aquarium, World of Coca-Cola, and the Civil Rights Museum are all, like, in this area. Like, you have to go up these stairs, and all three of them are up there. So I walked past it. It is definitely under renovation.
I saw the aquarium, man. Let's get to that because you went there. I've always wanted to go there. I mean, that's on my bucket list to go to that aquarium. I didn't
You
realize
can
they
still
had a
go
whale
there.
shark there.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I
Hear
said
you.
you can still go there.
Well,
You can still go.
we'll see. Depends on
Yeah.
it depends on when we get detained. But
Ugh,
so, dude, the whale shark. How massive was that thing?
it was huge. It was awesome. Like, because they have them in this, obviously in this humongous tank, and you can kind of walk by and see where the employees enter, so you can see how big basically the swimming pool is. I mean, it's a pretty big swimming pool, and then you you can see it like when you walk around the exhibit, because they have like like the big open things in the wall where you can look into, watch them all swimming, and you can do that in, like, it basically goes all the way around the tank, so you're getting to see them from lots of different angles.
And like the tank is like the size of a football field, right?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
How big is this thing?
It, like, if you look in, I don't know that I was technically supposed to be peeking in through the windows where it said, like, employees only, but I did it anyways, because there were, like, circles on the door, like, circles with, glass in them, so I'm like, well, I want to see what was going on in there, even though I wasn't allowed to go in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think they really cared if you did that.
Dude, and so you sent me some pictures of it, and I saw the one picture that you said like UPS had delivered this thing.
Yeah, who knew that UPS packages like went up to that bit? Who knew that they delivered whales?
That's a big package.
Can you imagine getting that knock on your door?
Yeah. You definitely would have to sign for that for a whale shark.
Oh yeah.
No. So after you sent that, I did have to Google it, and I guess the whale shark came from like Thailand or something, and UPS donated that plane to fly over there and fly this thing to Atlanta. How the logistics of that work, I don't know, but UPS obviously knows the logistics. But I was just like, holy shit! How do you make that happen? Do you fill the plane with water, or do you just kind of like, because it's a shark, it's not like a whale where you can just keep it wet. Don't sharks have to keep moving?
You would have to have, like, it couldn't really make it on a flight that long if it didn't have water, right?
And how do they feed that thing? These are questions I need to know.
Very carefully. I don't know. I'm sure they had food though for it. I mean, that's a long flight.
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know. I guess we got to get the person from the Georgia Aquarium on the podcast to answer these questions.
Right? I should have tried to talk to somebody while I was there. Hey, do you want to come talk to us on a podcast?
Yeah, and so then you made up to, and you're at the home of R.E.M, right, tonight?
Yes, I know. I used to, oh my gosh, R.E.M used to be one of my, not like I don't still love them, but like I used to be an R.E.M freak, with the t-shirts and everything, like always rocking out to R.E.M. Yeah, so I found I happened to be walking tonight when I was trying to go to my St. Patty's Day festivities, and I looked down, and right when I looked down, there's like a thing shaped like a guitar pick, and it's like a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, kind of like that, but in Athens, so it's shaped like a guitar pick, and it's about, it says, it's like the plaque for R.E.M, since they're from Athens. They're like the biggest college band ever, right?
I know, and
Like,
and
this is their home, Athens.
I had sent you that thing earlier, like last week. They just happened to get together and show up at a club there and just play like a couple songs or something like that with like a local band. I'm like going, God, can you imagine being there and just R.E.M. steps up on stage and they reunite, for one song or whatever it was?
No kidding. I would have probably died. I probably would have passed out. I mean, that would have been so awesome. Because, I thought they had broken up like years ago.
Yeah, well, they said they'd never perform again, but they do.
Right.
They sort of do these one-offs every once in a while where they'll show up and they'll play a song. Because I guess they still all live around there.
I wonder if they played What's the Frequency, Kenneth?
No, they didn't.
I wonder if they played Man on the Moon.
I think they played some obscure song.
I wonder if they probably played Losing My Religion. I don't know. A girl can dream. You know what I mean?
Yes, we can. So, how's the vibe in Athens?
I love Athens. Oh my gosh. So it reminds me of Flagstaff for our listeners who live in Arizona and are familiar with Flagstaff. It's kind of like Flagstaff. It's a college town. So it's, wherever our viewers or our listeners listen, like your local college town.
Is that University of Georgia Bulldogs?
Yes.
All right.
Bulldogs
I love the Georgia
everywhere.
Bulldogs.
They have bulldog statues all over the town.
Nice.
They're so cute.
Nice. Well, we're going to keep this one relatively short because it's late where you are, and I got some Dropkick Murphys to watch. Plus, the batteries are running low on my recorder. We're not using our usual setup tonight. But Snow, what we're going to do, though, over the next couple weeks while Snow's on their Southeastern America tour, come out and see her in a town near you really soon. If you can find her.
Right.
But we're going to do these things.
Like Waldo.
Yeah, we're going to do these short ones as you progress around your tour until you get home. And we've got some really exciting things coming up on the podcast over the next few weeks. What, you might ask? What, after we've had Elon and the First Laddie on, we've got more exciting things coming up on the podcast.
I know, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, so you will see.
I heard from the little bird that there might be another comedian coming on.
There
That's what
might
I heard,
be.
But, I'm not gonna.
There might be a.
I don't know anything else.
There might be a comedian, and there might be one of our biggest haters who has left us several messages over the years.
What?
Yeah. That's called a tease, people.
One of our biggest haters?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
It better not be my ex. I don't want to deal with that.
No, it won't be that. No. It's way better than that.
Okay. Thank God.
All right. Well, hey, we'll check in with you in a few days. We'll put out these, every few days while you're there, while you're free, while you're not out exploring and stuff like that. And who knows?
So at the end of my days.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find some, surprise guests on your adventures. Depends on who you meet.
I know it. You never know.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll say bye, y'all. Happy St. Pat's Day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, y'all.